Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic, Episode 3. We're so excited to see everybody. We had so much fun last time, causing so much chaos. We are coming back to our Motley on the Run, and we're going to start with introducing everybody, starting at the top corner. MJ, how are you tonight?
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange, co-host of Reignite, the Circle of Friendship, and the Rob Thomas No Not That One Robcast, and member of the Certain Point of View podcast network.
Awesome. And Rhea, how are you?
Yeah, I'm Rhea. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm a person.
A person who does things.
Are you
Allegedly.
who plays a character?
Yeah, I play Anil. She likes to swear at people.
Awesome. And Velvet, how are you?
Do well. Hope you're well too. Dark greetings, everyone. I'm Velvet, playing Lakoka. She, her. Just resident redcap.
Awesome. And Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Light, and I'm playing Iris the Diamond, who's just making her way downtown, walking past Holland as it's cold out.
Junie.
Hi, I'm Junie Van Ash. I'm playing Nancy Kata, Ambassador of Bats, Resident Sloa, and apparently a very good tarot card reader.
Mm-hmm. We always save the best for last. Evan.
Evan Ivy. I'm playing Cormac Blackwatch, and I'm also a person.
Awesome. So last time, as you made your way out of the Royal Riot, you escaped by stealing someone's car. You are to a place on your way to a place yet to be determined. You have a small 6-inch tall she-man who is accompanying you, who has named himself as Madden to Annuncia Kata. As of yet, y'all have not decided where you are going. There is a freak snowstorm going on behind you. You were aware as you were leaving the riot that people were disappearing from the riot. You don't know if they were being drawn into the dreaming or if they were just disappearing. And Madden has declared winter is coming in the most dramatic and unnecessary way possible. And what are y'all doing?
Okay, so I'm going to need all of you to give me a direction, because otherwise I'm turning back around. Okay, does this car have the voice thing? Hello, Siri.
Anil, did you steal a nice car or a fast car or a car you had access to?
Sorry, I'm having really bad internet problems. I can't. Wait, maybe it's better now. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, it was talking in slow motion. Sorry.
What kind of car did you steal?
Anil probably stole a car big enough for everyone's, but nothing too conspicuous.
So you have an older SUV. It probably has a backup camera. It probably does have access to voice commands, but not everything that you possibly could.
Yeah, probably.
If anyone wants to type away at the GPS, I can take us there.
Madden's like, I have a recommendation not north. I mean, I don't know how many of y'all are from Canada. There's nothing there. Don't go north.
Yeah, ma'am, if you remember on our way in, there was a motel a couple miles back. If you go back that way, we came.
Oh, I don't want to go to the Motel 8.
I'll buy you a donut.
Okay.
Madden, can you possibly turn around, get my phone and punch in the closest hotel? Nothing less than at least 2 stars.
Okay.
Her phone.
He looks at the phone and he starts smacking it with his hands because every button is the size of his hand, and he's like, "Sure. Why are you asking me exactly?"
Because you really want a blind woman to try and figure this out.
It's like, okay, no. And so he starts looking for the nearest hotel, but he is also looking for what he thinks is a good idea too. So you're gonna have to figure out what that's gonna be whenever he comes up with results.
Nothing less than a Hilton, please.
He's like, they're super obvious, and you know that. Like, you know they're following us. They're going to be following us.
They don't know my last name. I can kick security.
He's like, on your head be it, and he starts typing in for a better hotel than he was before. Look,
I'm
Hoka,
sorry, is there like a little buzzing back there, Anuncia? Is your phone working? I'm hearing a buzzing.
There's a little man, remember?
I'm sitting next to you, dear. I'm on the other passenger side. Hi.
I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road. Why are you making me look at you?
I said it. I'm sitting here quietly. He's doing the thing. I can't see the buttons.
he's like, okay, well. All right, he's like, there's a Hilton, but it's going to be a while. We're out in the middle of nowhere, essentially. That's kind of how this works. So it's going to be about 4 or 5 hour drive to get to anything decent.
No.
Fine, what's
Sorry.
closer?
He's like, otherwise you're stuck with motels. But we can get Tim Hortons. We can always get Tim Hortons. There's always a Tim Hortons.
I think I need Tim Hortons.
Okay. I like Tim Hortons too. I mean, it's like a Canadian icon. There's tea. Here for the tea. Also, don't get the lattes. They're really fucking sweet. Like, they're really bad.
Good to know.
Okay, so we're going to the motel, or are we going to a hotel?
It's a nice one.
I hope so.
Just go with it.
He has picked a hotel for you. It is not necessarily the most obvious hotel that's ever existed, but it is a decent hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going to have to drive into the city to get to it.
Good deal. Easier to lose people in a dense place.
Yeah, Canada doesn't have many dense places, and you are not close to them.
Oh, you said city. Shit.
I'm telling you right now, Canada does not have many dense places, and you are in the Banff Forest. If you were on the East Coast, it would be easier, but you are on the West Coast.
First mistake.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some cities. There's just not many of them. So.
Well, if we're going to be in the car for that long, I think I'm just going to try and get some sleep.
Cool. At this point, sorry, Gray, your phone starts blowing up. And while we're doing this, what do you look like as a mortal? And what do you go by as a mortal?
Gray's mortal name is Oren Reese.
Okay.
As a Silky, Gray had that kind of seal, kind of feline / vulpine mixture of a face, but now back to human. Kind of generic in, well, no. I designed my character on Hero Forge too, and I'm just like, what do I look like? That's an excellent question. I don't know. Side shave, undercut, silver hair, short, definitely on the chubby side.
Okay. Awesome. So, Oren is getting text messages from your band. Your band is freaking out. Your band know that you went to the Banff Forest this weekend and they heard about the snowstorm. You have a, are you alive? All caps, multiple exclamation points, question marks, and then, no, seriously, are you alive? But now the capitalization is just all over the place. And you have about 17 of these. And they just keep coming.
Yeah, that sounds right. Well, I start texting away, just trying to reassure everyone, like, yes, I'm fine. I'm with friends. We made it out before the storm hit. We're heading for shelter. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Who's in the band with you? What do they play?
Okay, so my band is called the Young Doppelgangers.
Okay.
We have me, who plays electric ukulele,
Mm-hmm.
and I sing. And we have a bassist and a drummer. So there's only 2 other people in the band.
Okay.
I haven't really given a lot of thought to my other band members. Like, I haven't figured out their names or anything like that.
Okay. That's fair.
But I was thinking mostly femme, non-binary. Like, look, we are a punk folk band that plays mostly alternative trad tunes.
Awesome. Okay. They are exactly what you expect from a band. They ask you if this is your ghost. They ask you who you're with. They ask you when you're coming back. They say, we knew you shouldn't have left tour with us. This is what happens when you leave us. Also, we're very drunk. We're so very drunk. Like, we got worried you were dead, and then things happened, and then we said we should text you. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We play Irish music, so drinking is an appropriate response.
Iris, while this is happening and her phone is blowing up, your phone starts going off. It's your mother.
Just let's see if I can get the Bluetooth. Okay.
You cannot manage to get the Bluetooth on, but while you're doing this, who are you as a mortal? And why is your mother calling you?
My mother's probably calling because she is worried about her daughter, who her hair is exactly the same. She was born with it. It's not Maybelline.
Fair.
Her hair is exactly the same. Her eyes seem to be a lot less colorful and a lot less brighter. It's like a shine has been taken away from her. No makeup, wearing very almost plain fitting clothes, except for her brisky coat.
Okay.
And she's just, it's like some of the sparkle is gone from her.
Okay. Mac, you have several messages from work, actually. The first couple are kind of expected. There's just some stuff that you had left on your desk type thing beforehand, things you need to check in when you get back in. However, your boss does know that you were headed out this way and is just wanting to make sure you're not caught in the snowstorm because he is, of course, expecting you back. And, snow in Canada is serious. It can keep you places, especially when you're out in the woods. So there's just a couple of messages making sure that there's no change in your itinerary because he does have a client who asked for you specifically.
Okay. I'd reassure him that everything was still on schedule. Promptly. Very professional.
Awesome. Enunciate Kata. Do you need to check in on the library now that you're out, or you good?
I'm good. Her father would probably be calling her.
Okay. Awesome. And Lakoka, I know you're a drifter. Is there anything that you would need to check in on once you came back from the dreaming?
Nothing specifically. I wonder if it's just like, alleged notifications from like random people in random places.
That's fair.
Doesn't really have roots.
I suspect it's, especially since most people have phones these days, you have a plethora of random like internet notifications from your various platforms. Most people have one they check regularly. And most people talk. So you will have a couple of check-ins too going, hey, are you stuck in that snowstorm? I have a friend out in Calgary, can send blankets, that kind of stuff.
Cool. I leave them on red.
And Ray, what does Neil have to check in? Because I know Neil probably have some friends at her work.
So yeah.
You're muted.
I clicked the.
Still muted. Still muted.
All right, my computer hates me today. I don't know what's wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
I clicked the unmute button like several times, and every time it just remuted me. So Anil is probably on the younger side for her work as a blacksmith. Like most of the people that she works with are like are middle-aged men, and she like kind of fits in with them relatively well. And they all are just kind of, there's like a few texts from them just being like, "Bro, I heard you were in Canada. Are you okay?" Like trying to be cool and trying to like relate to her, and she just is like, these fucking old men.
So, the drive takes a fair amount of time to get out of Banff. Your options are from the close side, Calgary, and on the farther side, Edmonton. Those would be the cities you would be could be headed to from where you are. As you go, I need everybody to roll against the banality that's following you. And it's heavy. You can feel it behind you. And it's not something that the normal mortal population would notice particularly. Things get drearier, things get more boring. It feels like a gray day in the middle of November, no Thanksgiving, just kind of meh, and also already sick of Christmas songs, that kind of day.
With that, do we just roll our banality score?
And the difficulty is 8, so you just need 1 success.
I got 3.
Good, you're fine.
You rolled a 0.
Awesome.
This is a 10.
We started with 3 banality, right? So we roll 3d10.
Hey, that's a 10.
Sweet. All you need is 1 success to not gain any banality in this situation.
I'm sorry, I'm confused as to what I'm rolling and how many dice.
So there is a thing on your sheet called banality. You
Right,
should
I
have
see that.
3 pips in that. That's how many
Okay.
dice you run.
I did not have any pips in it. That's why I was confused. Okay, let me find a third die.
And what was the number that we needed to beat?
8. Sweet, you've gained banality, and congratulations. Your
Great.
very first one. Things are heavy, very heavy, and you feel yourself beginning to forget. And it's not like you've forgotten things, but it becomes harder to remember some of your magical powers and how to use them. It feels tiring to do it. Mine's the thing I need to roll for that.
I got 2 7s. That's very annoying.
It is. You also have gained banality. Now,
So how do I mark that on the sheet?
so now you have a 4th dot of banality.
Okay, I get it.
Madden is fine, though. So. And you feel heavier, too. You feel like storytelling is more work, like creating magic in your song takes more time, more purpose, less free-willed inspiration. And you keep driving. Now, of course, you do stop for Tim Hortons. Everybody stops for Tim Hortons. What is everybody's coffee order?
It doesn't matter the fantasy world. I can never pretend to like coffee. I'm sorry.
It's okay. They do steeped tea, and that's what I order at Tim
I
Hortons.
also
So,
hate tea.
hot chocolate?
It's probably what I would get.
Hot chocolate.
I just can't imagine a universe in which I would drink either of those things. That's all.
Fair. They do hot chocolate. It's not bad.
Me?
I just got a double espresso shot.
Oh, cool. That works.
Koi, 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 koi.
What?
What should I order?
Excuse me? Have you never been here?
The Canadian thing is double doubles, in case anyone wants to know.
That was a great thing for you to say without me asking.
I know.
That thing right there, double, get that.
A double of what? How can I have double of?
Just, you say words, they give you a drink. Say those words, get good drink.
So, in fairness, double doubles are not listed on the menu. It's just a thing Canadians order. It is
Retcon.
yes, double cream, double sugar. But it's so pervasive in Canada that you can order at places that are not Tim Hortons, and they know what you're talking about.
Nice.
We also do that in Massachusetts at Dunks. You get the double doubles or you get your regulars. Anil orders the largest hot coffee that they have, black, with 2 extra shots in it.
Okay. They're about
No sugar.
This big, so you got a lot of coffee.
That's correct.
Large Earl Grey tea.
They
Weak.
do. Okay, they've got that. Do you want anything, Rosa?
Yeah, I will get just the largest pumpkin latte. If Tim Hortons has that. I've never been to Tim Hortons.
Awesome. While you're sitting at Tim Hortons, it's like going to Dunkin' Donuts it's more like Dunkin' Donuts than Starbucks. Matt, you get an email from work again. It says, good to know you're okay, but if you're okay, is there any chance you can return early? This client's really insistent.
He thinks about that one for a second. Goes, while still on schedule to return at the same time. Early might be challenging, difficult, problematic, challenging. Send.
Okay. There is a typing thing going on there, but it is clearly a long message that is coming in next. What's everyone else? What is everyone else doing?
I should probably call my mom.
You probably should.
Ray's probably still hanging on to that broadsword, by the way.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, honey, never let that go.
Sweetheart, I heard about the snowstorm, and you must come home immediately. You can't be doing such dangerous things, and your father's beside himself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening to me? You can't keep doing such dangerous things. Look, when we heard you wanted to go out into the middle of the forest, we said it was fine. You've been doing so well with the non-profit arm of our business, and you know how your father's so upset about that to begin with. And then you wanted to go to a forest. Why would on earth would you want to go to a forest?
I can hear it from across the table.
Mm-hmm. You can, by the way.
Mom. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you with a... Darling, is there something you haven't told us?
Mom, you don't need to worry about that. I've already got the birds in the beehive to stock.
No, darling. We just keep worrying about you. I mean, it's high time you got married, had children, the whole thing. I'd be delighted if there was someone you were there with. At least it would explain the forest bit.
I am not with anyone of any particular romantic or sexual interest.
You're going to break my heart.
I'm with some friends.
Look, we can get you home. Do I need to schedule a flight for you? Where are you?
I'm at a Tim Hortons.
What's a Tim Hortons?
I know, right?
Darling, you know what city you're close to. We can get you home. It'll be fine. I just don't like the idea of you near that freak snowstorm. Do you have any idea how dangerous they can be?
I am aware of weather, Mother.
Well, I don't think you are. And she hangs up.
Thank God. And she just turns into her double.
That's worse than my mother. Good Lord.
I never thought I would meet someone with a stick further up their ass than you, but holy fucking shit.
I just heard a concerned mom. Am I the only?
Yes.
Her name is Vivian, by the way.
Oh, Lord.
She sounds like a Vivian.
Yeah.
She is a Vivian.
My mom is my mom. She's my mom, but I'm sick and tired of her treating me like I'm a kid.
I feel that. So many different levels.
And fucking stop. Family's who you choose.
Or born into.
Nah.
I'm with Anil.
As you sit here, you do realize that the snowstorm has not gotten as far as you are right now. You seem to cross the outer limit of that. It's still cold at this point because weather is weather, but it's no longer snowing. It doesn't have that pressing, creepy feeling behind you at this point. This Tim Hortons is not especially exciting, by the way. It's not like a haven for glamour or anything like that. It functions the way like truck stops do or study groups do in like big cities and stuff. It's a meeting place kind of thing.
So where am I driving us next as soon as I finish this double?
Madden has hidden himself in somebody's pocket and he's like, I found a hotel!
Right there from here.
It's like, being 6 inches tall sucks!
Found somebody in your hut that could have turned you into something not 6 inches.
You know, shit was going down. And I thought, you'd been nice. I'd go rescue you. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I do appreciate it. However, you were between my boobs, so I don't think I had any other better proper place to put you at the moment.
I mean, there's nothing I can say to that that's going to go well for me at this point.
I'm just curious about if you can fit inside a double.
Yes, definitively, even the smallest cup y'all could put Madden in. At this point, if it's full, though, you'll probably drown him, so, he's not enthusiastic about being put in coffee.
Well, I'm just wondering, have you ever wanted to swim in a beverage?
I mean...
Like, it'd be like a hot tub of coffee.
Your hair would get wicked fucked, Iris. Like, do you realize how bad that amount of sugar would be for your hair?
Do you realize how much fun that would be, though?
Madden's like, so I have swum in a soda lake before. It's really weird. I just remembered that. God, that was a weird night. It was very sticky. Yeah, sticky.
That's an understatement.
Tasted good, though. Like, you'd think that, soda full of sugar, great in the mortal world, except, dreaming soda, way better, slightly addictive.
Well, no. Now we can just put you in a hot beverage, and we'll get a little straw. Someone can blow bubbles. It'll be like a hot tub.
No.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Who wants to do it?
Are you asking for a I'll shrink? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Look, I can't do metamorphosis, so anybody wants to do this to the troll, sure, metamorphose him into my size. That'll be interesting.
If only.
Only.
I'm going to skip over that, although we probably should be off of this and more onto moving away, but...
Speaking of which, Mac, I am going to need you to roll me something.
Okay.
Because I'm going to need you to roll a perception and alertness, and you can use your specialty in tailing again to lower the difficulty of this. So this would be normally a difficulty 7, so it'll be a difficulty 6.
Bitchin', that got me 2 successes.
Sweet. You see the crows outside again.
Oof. Dropping a quick FYI about the whole moving on part. That murder that came out of the snowstorm is out the window there.
I think that was a Stephen King novel.
It was.
Yeah, we'll just talk about Stephen King books. If there's a murder, we need to talk about Stephen King.
I've always been a Poe man myself, but
It's called
Ravens and Crows. Anyway, everybody go to the bathroom, grab a drink to go if you need it, and let's hop back in the van.
Does anyone need
SUV.
snacks?
Who doesn't?
Snacks?
So Tim Hortons is famous for donuts. There are quite a few different flavors. It'll depend on the Tim Hortons which ones are there. There's also bagels and like croissants and stuff like that. It's mostly bakery that way.
We should get a fucking box of Timbits to go.
Timbits.
We need a dozen baker's dozens.
I guess I will take a dozen of these donuts and the bits.
Mm-hmm. He goes, yeah. What kind of bit you want?
All the bits.
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 So she'll give you an assorted pack of Timbits. You can get them in any number of, I believe, 10 or 12 that you would like. It'll depend on what they have. You will get, but most of the time you'll get honey glazed, you'll get regular, you'll get the powdered sugar raspberry, you'll get maple syrup in some places. You will get, I'm trying to think of, you'll get the chocolate cake donuts. You will get, and then whatever assorted specialty stuff they have today.
And whatever. I guess I'm paying for everyone. That good?
I'll pay. It's fine.
I've got this. Anuncia, no. I've got this.
All right.
It'll be like $10, so you'll be fine.
One of you guys will just cover gas.
So
Thanks, that's really nice of you.
getting back in the car, Mac, your phone goes off again, and he goes, and it says, maybe we can make this work anyways. Could you, because the pickup's up there in the Northlands, and I need you to go get a shipment of beans.
He puts several questions, one after the other, out of his line of sight, and responds by requesting further details.
Okay.
Objective plausible.
Yeah. You're given the name of a farm to pick it up at. It's agricultural beans, like it's a food product. It's not as much as like traditionally you'd move huge amounts of food out of a commercial farm. It's more like artisan stuff. So it's a couple cases of beans for someone. The delivery address is also somewhere in Canada. It is farther east from where you are, but it is plausible to get done in the next couple of days if you decided to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a yes.
Okay, cool. He'll be like, it's not urgent that you do it today, but sometime in the next week, I'll tell him to expect you, or someone by your description. They're not much into names.
Completely understandable.
Yeah. So, just let me know when you're headed over there, and I'll let them know.
You got it.
With that, y'all head to a hotel. It is not the fanciest hotel. I'm sorry, Annunciata. It is, however, a nice hotel. It is a bit nondescript, though. Madden has still aimed at not being noticed personally. So you will have decent... He's made reservations for you guys, but he's only booked 3 rooms at this point. So y'all are going to have to bunk with people. Sort that out amongst yourselves. It is also full of mortals. There is not a real sense of glamour here. There's not a real sense of excitement.
It's not one of those conventions.
No, it's going to work just fine. At least for a night.
He goes, yeah, you get too fancy, and Madden pops up and he's like, you get too fancy and it comes, and I can't do it again. Like, it was already there. We're not doing it. It's been a day, a night, a week, a year, a decade. It's been some time. So, who's bunking with who?
I guess I'm obligated to bunk with Iris.
my mom that I'm.
You're not. You did not lie to your mother.
I did not lie to my mother.
Sure as shit. All right.
I don't really give a shit who I bunk with. Who wants to bunk with me?
I'll bunk with
I
you.
snore.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll bunk with an Ansiakata.
Okay. Works for me.
So,
I can eat all of my teacups if you like.
yes, Lakoka / Rosa, you do feel rather hungry almost all of the time. This is also not the best place for you to be. It is too structured in terms of things. Hotels have routine here, and you can eat all of the furniture in the room should you really decide to. It's just, it's not entertaining. It's kind of bad tasting and not fun. There's also not a lot of things to fight in hotels unless you just start knocking on doors and pissing off clients.
Have time to be a red cap.
Yeah. Gray, your band is still texting you. They're slightly more sober at this point.
Shocking.
Yeah. They're like, did you get any good inspiration? Did you write any more songs? Tell us about the snowstorm. Are you still in the snowstorm? Is it cool?
Yes. No.
What's the point of getting stuck in a snowstorm if you don't actually get stuck in the snowstorm? Like, I feel like that's great inspo.
Disagree.
It's like, maybe I'm just thinking it's pretty because it's like sparkly and shit. I don't know.
Hard pass on the white shit that falls from the sky. Hard pass.
That falls from the sky was a very specific qualifier. Just saying.
Who has the cup at this point?
Gray probably still has the cup and has refused to relinquish it.
So, Gray has the cup and the broadsword still.
Do we have both cups?
No.
No, you threw away the fake one.
Did I in the end? I forget if other things happened in between that.
As a distraction, you threw it away.
That's right.
Threw away your shot.
I need everybody to roll me a manipulation and stealth, or a manipulation and subterfuge, or hypothetically a manipulation and survival. I need to know how hidden you are here.
Would no, I don't think fast talking applies here.
Nope.
You said it's subterfuge, survival, or stealth?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a singular success.
Oh,
'Cause
sorry.
I'm
I need
so
to
well
get the cap.
hidden.
It's the cap here is 6. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. A singular success then.
Okay.
One success.
5.
I'm so
Fuck
hidden.
Yeah, high five.
On average, that's enough. Although I will say, those of you with a singular success, you are very noticeable. So if you get out of the group, you're fairly easy to pick out of the group.
If I can't see them, they can't see me. That's how stealth works.
Pretty much. Also, between Mac and Iris, you are good at 2 different things. So Iris is good at lying about you. So is Annunciata. So you've given the group of you fake names. You've given the group of you a cover story to the check-in clerk. And Mac, you know all of the places that somebody could be watching you from here at this point. You haven't seen the crows again here. So Madden has done a decent job of picking a place that isn't instantly recognizable. And what does everybody do next? Because I feel like y'all have shit to talk about what just went down there, and what you're going to do with that cup, and what you're going to do if the murder court catches up with you with that cup.
Okay. Everybody group meeting by the ice maker.
Can I go to
And
bed?
not in a room?
Yeah, that is a terrible idea.
Pick a room. We'll all get into it.
Okay, they're big enough, ma'am. I promise. Come on, come back to ours for 204.
But I thought that the ice maker would make noise to cover our voices.
We
We'll
can
just
talk
turn the
about it on
TV
the
on.
TV.
Crocs there a bit.
Thank you, Anil.
Oh,
My God, have you not watched like any fucking crime shows or fucking movies ever?
Neil,
Like,
probably not.
you're right.
no, I haven't actually.
We'll
Enunciacata,
fix that.
Everybody in.
what do the cards say?
What's the card for? We're just gonna have a nice hotel movie night.
Everything is fine and nothing bad happened ever. I don't like that face.
Is that the card for we're gonna have a nice fun movie night and nothing bad happened?
You're on
She's
mute.
muted. It is the card that does that because she can't say it.
She did earlier pull out the Eight of Swords, Isolation, Pain, and Trapped, but she just pulled out the Eight of Wands, which means swift movement, busy activity, and change.
That is the card for a movie night.
So Anne will quietly go into the room, eventually playing the voicemail her father left.
Okay. Your father is not as concerned about you as Iris's mother.
This is fair.
He generally thinks you can take care of yourself. He also expects any daughter of his to get out of a snowstorm. Just get out of a snowstorm. He wouldn't have thought it was appropriate for you to go to a forest if he didn't think you could handle it on your own. Thank you very much. However, he does wish that you would return now. There is, because of the snowstorm here, there has been some movement in the markets that are not particularly favorable at the moment. It is a freak snowstorm. It is also in a place that moves a lot of oil in Canada.
She would have Madden help her text her father and tell her that as soon as she is able to return, she will, to make sure that the family is taken care of and making sure she's in her rightful place.
Excellent.
Does your phone not have speech to text? I'm just curious, that's all.
She wouldn't know where the button is.
You just, it would probably be something you turn on in settings.
Also, phones now, they have keywords that you just say out loud.
Yeah.
She probably wouldn't have known that.
Maddie's like, I will turn on speech to text. That is a great idea.
Normal, I'm at the library. Everyone does things for me, and I just do my normal job. I mean, one doesn't expect a Rockefeller to really work, now does one?
Madden looks up. He's like the Rockefeller?
The Rockefeller.
Oh, fun. Fun. Fancy people are fun, aren't they?
Well, I'm getting a rather unique aspect of Iris's mother.
Yeah.
Quick question. Do any of us have the ability to help this 6-inch man?
Nope.
Well, that sucks. You picked the wrong people.
Yep.
Oh no.
None of you have metamorphosis. Neither does poor little Madden. He's still stuck this way. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry I startled everybody. I really actually, well, when I met you, I was kind of hoping that I could just stick with you. I really wasn't trying to go back to the Royal Enclosure. There's some things about the Royal Enclosure that are problematic.
Do tell.
They're definitely going to come find me.
Great. Why?
Yeah.
You're talking to us, Loa, and a whole bunch of other people who got kicked out of a snowstorm. I think you better be real with us.
He's like, well, I don't remember all of the reasons I got kept in the royal enclosure comfortably against my will. However,
That's disconcerting.
yes, well, when you travel into the dreaming with the prince, you don't remember everything that happens to you there.
Oh, Iris, here's your connection to the prince.
He's like, look, and what? She has a connection. How do you? And he looks at you, baffled. You know the prince?
I know of him.
He's like, oh, okay, no.
No, he heard about her hair and is now very intrigued.
Yeah, apparently he's interested in my hair.
And he looks confused, then brushes that off. And he's like, yeah, well, Laurel doesn't let anyone who knows about that trip, who was on that trip, out of her sight.
What trip?
You know, the one several decades back where Prince Mahone came back from his wonderful quest to the dreaming? That trip. That trip where I was not a knight, I was just one of Mahone's friends. That trip.
I don't know that trip. Regale me, please.
I can't, because I can't remember most of it. Most of us can't.
The important part to remember is that Mahone did not come back quite the same as he left.
You're not wrong.
In what way?
And he makes a face and he shakes his head.
You know, that offer to go skinny dipping in the double still applies.
Oh,
He's like, I guess I'm going skinny dipping in the double because
Can I do telltale on him?
you can try.
Great. What am I rolling?
That's what I'm looking up.
I have Fave too, and if he's a noble, I can affect it. Or he's affected by it.
Yep, he is a noble. I'm just pulling up Tattletale.
I'm mostly offering because I'm curious. A double, skinny dipping into a double.
What are you trying to do with Tattletale? Because this is a scry distant scenes thing.
Well, trying to describe what's going on back there. Maybe it will pull up something.
Okay, sure. You can use Tattletale. I will say that you left something in the royal enclosure with your bat. That will be how that works because there has to be an object there.
That's fair.
Okay. It has become, the image you get is full of snow. It's become quiet. People are frozen. There are still people moving within the royal enclosure, though. It looks like most of the nobility is still up and moving here. You see Queen Laurel, and you see a red cap having a rather intent conversation about something.
Okay. Well, people are frozen back there.
He goes,
When Laurel and Redcap are talking.
oh.
What did the red cap look like?
You didn't get a really clear picture of.
I didn't get to see much. It was too snowy, sadly enough.
And Madden goes, oh yeah, that's Laurel's assassin.
Right.
He goes,
Oh, okay. A little more respect knowing he's on the payroll.
okay, went.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he went with me. He remembers less than I do, but he's not a bad dude.
Unless he's
Whitey
coming
dude.
for us.
Pardon?
why the hell would you make that assumption?
What do we have?
Something we're going to give back, right?
To whom?
The people that hired us to get it in the first place. What I miss?
Because it's not to her, and maybe she discovered that the thing wasn't real.
Okay, well, I thought I was the only criminal in the room, and I'm the one here saying we should come clean.
I'm not saying you should come clean at all. I'm saying she might have discovered. I don't know yet.
Any other ideas to ditch the cup? Because I think that should be the main concern, regardless of how.
or try and get a hold of the murder court so we can turn it over.
We didn't make a deal.
As a storyteller note, should you fail to execute your contract and intentionally abandon your contract, A, the troll is going to lose some of his abilities to do that, like his personal abilities, and B, the dreaming will start attacking you.
Am I trying to ditch a promise right now?
Ditching the cup rather than intending to return it to the person you've made a contract with will cause the dreaming to set off.
Yeah, by ditch it, he means give it back to people. Give it to someone else, not throw it in a ditch.
Yeah. So you can't just abandon the cup to get away from it.
Not gonna happen.
Right.
Can we give it to the crows?
The crows aren't here right now.
We also don't know if they're directly related to the murder court.
How thematically consistent are those people? I'm not familiar with them.
They seem pretty thematically consistent. They talked about fucking birds a few times. Not fucking birds.
He's like,
Okay, I was
don't
gonna ask.
know. You can have, and Matt's like, I don't know, get enough puka in a room and give me some fucking birds.
Listen, so long as everyone's consenting, that's none of my business.
Oh, the mental image.
Oh, we were just going to watch movies tonight. I didn't expect a bird orgy.
For once, I'm with Iris.
I don't want to think
Next time y'all see any of the crows, you wave them down and see if they'll talk to us or communicate.
Okay. Madden's like, I don't think Laurel cares about the cup. I really don't. And I'm not trying to get y'all in trouble here, but I think Laurel cares about getting me back for reasons that I can't tell you because I can't tell you, and it's not personal, it's just I can't tell you. Something is wrong with all of this. And every time I remember what it is, I forget it. But I've remembered it multiple times, which is why Laurel's never let me leave.
How do you know you've remembered it if you've forgotten it?
Because I remember what happened beforehand, and then I remember saying something, but I don't remember what I say.
What is it that you remember beforehand?
Well, the first couple of times it was telling Laurel with Mahone about our quest to the dreaming. Like, Mahone was a good guy. Like, I was his squire. He was my friend. Like, we had history before this world, before this life. We were friends.
Oh, that's nice.
And when we went to the dreaming, we found something, but I don't remember what it is. And when Mahone came back and tried to tell his mother, I don't remember what happened. And then Mahone was weird, and then Laurel got angry, and then we tried to tell her again, and I don't remember what happened.
Oh, that's awful, but
And then Laurel did something that I can't tell you about. And then everything was worse.
Has Laurel modified your memory? Is that a thing that I'm assuming she can do?
I mean, she could, but it's more likely the miss.
I'm
The
sorry.
what?
The miss. It's what keeps us separated from the dreaming. It takes our memories, it takes what we are, it confuses you, it keeps mortals away from the dreaming. It's not bad, it's a confusing agent. Have you never had anyone tell you about the miss?
I've been kind of on my own.
You're like, oh Lord, well, okay. Well, so here's the thing about being changelings in general. We are sort of immortal to a greater or lesser extent, assuming we don't get killed by banality or killed by the dreaming. Both things are bad, but when Arcadia was lost to us, there was something that called the miss that came and separated the dreaming from what we know to be the mortal world. The mists are, we don't know what they want. We don't know how they came to be. We don't know why they're there. But if you get too entangled in them, they meddle with your memory. They meddle with what you remember of the dreaming. It's why nobody remembers exactly who they were, what they were doing in Arcadia before the Sundering.
Okay.
He's like, but it also keeps you separated from the things in the dreaming that cause madness, that cause you to be lost to that chaotic power. And it's also what keeps the banality from this world out of the dreaming. So it's more like a barrier than a threat. It just does confuse things at times. But the reason I can't tell you what happened with Mahone is because I can't, because Laurel insists that I do not.
Well, it's nice to know that you're loyal.
Willingly or not.
I was about to say. You're House Fiona, aren't you?
I am.
It's fun being part of the house. It makes you feel like you belong. It makes you feel like your passions are heard and the world is your oyster. Everybody loves a Fiona. Everybody loves a Fiona party, right?
There ain't no party like a Fiona party, because the Fiona party don't stop until everybody drops.
Right. But we chase our passions to the end. And it destroys the people who chase them with us. And you should know that. Anyways, hiding's a good idea. Finding something else to do far away from Laurel is a great idea.
Yeah, but we still need to return the cup.
And he-
Akata, when we were introduced to Annette, had you met them before?
No.
But you are both of the same house, or am I misremembering that? Or are you just both Slua? I just can't remember if there was more of a connection.
Both
pardon me.
Slua. Okay. But we are both Slua. I might have heard her name, like, briefly before, but I had not met her acquaintance.
Annunciacata, you could use your connections within the Slua to get back to her if you wanted to. Slua, like Nosferatu, tend to be clannish.
I can drop her a line. Would there be anything? How? I guess the appropriate thing is, what would we want to say to her?
So we completed our objective?
All right.
Madden says, yeah, I'm confused because I was not here. Why were y'all after a cup?
Long story.
Star wipe, we tell Madden.
Madden's like,
I was gonna say we could just tell him we can't tell you.
he goes, look, I appreciate the turnaround, fair play. Turnaround, fair play. Contracts suck, but you're a troll, and you should know that.
All right, I immediately understand, forgive, and move on.
Not everything goes the way you want it to, and I don't know. I wanted out. The Seder party, the 6-inch tall thing was just convenient. I still can't fix it. Can't fix it, but 6 inches tall isn't the worst thing I've been.
If you want, I could just literally run this cup back to her myself and leave y'all here. Just kind of in and out kind of thing.
Goes, yeah, I don't really know. If Laurel's talking to her assassin right now, y'all shouldn't be alone.
I'm just not grasping the death threats, I guess.
And goes, oh
Okay.
no. Laurel will never risk that I will somehow tell you what I know.
Eddie, love to know.
I'd love to tell you.
I mean, connecting Madden with the murder court might be in our favor as well, because, as we know, the murder court and Queen Laurel do not share an agenda.
I need everybody to roll me a perception and alertness, please.
Could I use my danger sense specialty?
No, because you're not in danger.
Are we rolling?
But am I
Perception
in
and
a
awareness.
zone of
No, what
danger?
number am I?
Oh, that's fair. I'll lower the difficulty for you. You're rolling a. Oh, you're rolling a 7, and Lakoko, you're rolling a 6. 5.
Ah! Oh, beans. I have to re-roll that one.
I rolled the
I'm sorry, Mac.
1.
Ah! I got 2 9s.
Cool. Everybody with a 3 and above sees a flash of yellow at the window. The two of you with a 5 and 6, you see wolf eyes. Oh, right. You hear the rustle of an animal outside.
What's outside?
Something yellow.
Oh, I can hear something.
Iris is gonna go take a peek.
The eyes fade from view as you get close to the window. But you were definitively being watched.
Something's here.
Aren't there moose up here?
No, something particular. It's close to the window. I heard it.
Moose couldn't fit on the stairs.
It's true. Moose could not fit on the stairs.
Oh
Have
yeah.
you ever seen a moose?
Yeah, aren't they like bigger than cars or something?
Yep.
Yeah, they will step
Yeah,
on a
it's nuts.
car. They will get hit by a car at like 65 miles an hour and be fine. They're monsters.
And
Wow,
that
Barracks.
moment is a
We could
good
take one.
moment to take a break with the discussion of the moose.
It could have been the outcome of mooses.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for sticking around with us, and we're going to jump right back into it. So, we left them off discussing how it could not be a moose staring at them, and with wolf eyes looking at them through the window.
It could have been a 6-inch moose.
I can tell you from what I heard, it is not a moose.
Madden's also like, a 6-inch moose doesn't make any sense either. Like, put me up to a window and look at my eyeballs. Can you see them?
No.
Also, aren't we on the second floor?
Yes.
I don't think a moose can get up to the second floor.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's...
I'm willing to sleep on the floor if y'all want to stay in the same room tonight. I know it's a little shaky right now. Would that make you feel safer? All right, we're not comfortable with that. That's fine.
I don't think we're at the stage where a cuddle puddle is a thing that we can do.
Couple words in there that I didn't say, but okay.
It is fair. Most of you don't know each other, don't have a whole lot of experience with each other, have been thrown together by dint of people implying that they'll murder you.
The door opened and I wanted to make sure it wasn't room service.
Did you order room service? Madden is very confused.
I don't know.
order?
I don't... Did I? That sounds like something I would have done. I would have been like, hey, can you send up a cot? Is it the cot? Is it the cot for Koi?
There are 2 beds in every room. He does not have to sleep on a cot or the floor unless you'll all decide to sleep in the same room.
What will make everyone else happy?
How about if we order dinner and then rest for the night? I'll try and leave word to the murder court that we have the cup and we want to deliver it.
All right. In order to deliver that kind of message to the murder court, I'm going to need you to roll something. Probably intelligence and either streetwise or persuasion. And your difficulty should be a 6 because you are a slua. It'll take some time to get to them though. Okay. It's success, but you get the sense that it will take some time to go through your usual channels to get to her. She's not in your inner court of Slua. You could easily be like, hey, do me a favor. And with that, I am going to suggest that everybody is about to go to sleep for the evening, I'm guessing.
I want to look at the broadsword. I've been itching to look at that broadsword for a while.
Roll me intelligence and crafts, please.
Alright. Intelligence and crafts.
Also, if you wish to secure the rooms for the evening, intelligence and security is what you're aiming for.
Alright, I will do that as well.
Threshold for this is an 8, though. For your examining the broadsword. The security is just a 6.
Can I use my take it apart little skill thing? Alright, what do I do for that?
Nothing.
I'll drop it to a 7, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2.
This item is very clearly, it's a blessed item. It's like the equivalent of finding the MacGuffin to a story. It clearly has a destiny attached to it, but how it's attached or why it's attached, you don't know.
Okay. And I will do. So I have to do intelligence and security for every room, or can I just
I'm just taking a blanket intelligence and
Alright.
security.
All right, I will roll that then, and I have 7 unless anyone has bet a higher amount of dice for that. And what's the number I'm looking to beat?
It was a 6 for this.
Only 3. I'm rolling like shit.
You do manage to set off some tripwires and stuff like that in case anybody comes into the room during the night. You are painfully aware that you can guard against most of the physical things, but people who can step in through dreams and stuff like that, you have no defense against, and that's kind of how that's going to play out there. So, is everybody retiring for the evening?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. During the evening, all of you are beset by dreams. Mac, let's start with you. You are beset by the dream of a giant larger than you, terrorizing the landscape, but you don't know what landscape, because it's not like Canada, the mortal world, people's houses getting knocked over type thing. It's, impressions of people, impressions of treasures that go out in and out of your grasp, and glamour being released all over the landscape, and then dissipating, not being able to be recontained. And as you run after it, you keep trying to catch the glamour and losing it, and catch it and lose it, and catch it and lose it, like it can't stay in a container anymore. And the dream goes on until you're exhausted, and then the giant steps on you.
Okay.
Annunciata, you are assailed by the dream of a beast, blood on its teeth, and it whispers a word to you, and it tells you your name, and you wake up. Iris, you have the same dream. And in both cases, it's your true name. Nothing happens, though. Lakoka, you are having actually a fairly pleasant dream. It's a big old melee. You are winning at life, actually. You feel really confident. And actually, it's kind of nice to have a group of friends, too, because they are supporting you winning at life on this. You have found a place that you really can use your skills. And as you enjoy this moment and you enjoy the space you found, you see a man in the distance, and he reminds you a lot of your first murder victim. You wake up. Anil, you are beset by a dream in which you are attempting to sell the things you make. You keep attempting to sell the things you make. Only every time you send them off to be sold, they get lost. And you keep having to build another one. And as you keep trying to build another one, you run low on glamour, and lower on glamour, and lower on glamour, and lower on glamour, until you can build no more. And your treasures are lost. And you wake up. Gray, your dream is probably the most pleasant, actually. You dream of a man you've never seen before, and you dream of him trapped in an ice bubble, and he calls out for you. And he calls out for you in song, and it's a song you've heard somewhere before. It's beautiful. It's sad, though, but it's inevitable. And when you wake up, you remember the chords to that song. What do you do in the morning?
I would probably try to play it.
You can. You absolutely have the ability to play it. I actually have you roll something for this, because it has some magical properties itself. And do me a charisma plus empathy, please.
Charisma and empathy.
And your threshold for this is only a 6. You know it exactly. It's burned into your memory.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Fantastic. As you play this song, you can hear the entire hotel still, and in front of your eyes flashes that image of a wolf. No one else sees the wolf, but this song is very beautiful, and you can hear it, and it makes you feel sad, but also hopeful.
So Iris is going to, because I'm assuming, did we all decide to sleep in the same room or separate rooms?
No, we separated.
Iris is gonna just do a knock, knock, knock. Enters into Gray's room where the music was coming from, with like a bathrobe, a towel that's just thrown over the beehive. There's cucumbers resting on the beehive.
Would I have told anyone about the different security
Nope.
that I have placed?
Oh no!
Say that.
Didn't think I said that.
Nope.
All right.
Iris, as you come into the room, you set off the security. Anil, what type of consequence do you want this to have?
Oh God, I don't even know. I want her. I feel like my traps would not be overtly like super harmful, but it would probably just embarrass the piss out of her. It'd be like red dyed water.
You are now drenched and dyed red.
This is the hotel's bathrobe.
Don't barge into rooms. There's the fucking wolf or whatever the fuck.
I knocked.
You can always tell them she tried dyeing her hair.
I had the towel on.
I mean, have you ever tried to dye your hair red? That stuff gets everywhere. It's like a murder scene.
It's like cutting yourself shaving. It's just blood everywhere for no particular reason.
Next time, sweetheart, wait until someone like answers your knocking sounds before. Like, how would you feel if I just kicked down your little door and just walked into your room? You'd feel like shit.
I would ask you what the emergency was.
Always knock for a knocker.
Please, the two of you, peace. Please.
I do not have enough time to go pens for this. I'm gonna go back in the shower.
I'm gonna go find some food.
Okay, bye.
The music was nice.
Thank you.
Maddie
I do it for a living.
tries to follow Annunciata out, but he only gets halfway through the hallway because he is small before the door shuts. And he's like, I was gonna tell her I know that song. Damn it.
And we'll open the door, pick him up, and put him on her shoulder.
He's like, hey, and he tries to wave at Gray, trying to get her attention, being all of his 6 inches. Hello?
Yes?
He's like, hi. Sorry, I know that song.
You do?
I heard it. Well, the answer will be I heard it in the dreaming because I can't remember where I heard it.
Okay.
That tends to be the answer to that question when I can't remember shit. And it's something, God, that feels like so long ago. Mahone said something about it being a song of renewal. And he just kind of stares into the distance like he's trying to remember this thing, and he's like, shit, I think I'm being helpful. And then I realize I'm not being helpful.
I mean, it's more than I had 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just never know what to do with the things I know.
Neither do I.
Glad I'm not alone.
Who wants breakfast before the red cap decides to eat the entire hotel?
Because I'll take a thimble of coffee.
Anyone want to come with me to get the food?
Mac will come shuffling out of his room with a cup of the shitty hotel room coffee that he brewed at the stupid little thing that took him 10 minutes to figure out in the room because it's so old.
There is, of course, food.
Yes. But at the mention of food, wearing another hotel bathrobe, he shuffles out and volunteers.
Mac,
Oh, you
there's
do
another
match.
email from your boss. He goes, if there's any way you could get there sooner rather than... They're just really up my ass.
Oh, Lord.
He sends a polite and professional acknowledgement. Yes, sir, working on it. All right, so he's going to spend his downtime for the next couple of minutes, whenever anybody isn't talking to him, find a corner and look up addresses, figure out where he's going, where he needs to be, and get a time frame for it.
Okay.
Like how long it would take me to finish this job.
The farm in question's probably 3 or 4 hours out of where you are right now.
Mhm.
The delivery point is actually in the next town. So if you kept going across east, it would be a relatively easy day job, but you would have to leave Iris for most of the day if you were going on your own.
Yeah.
Also, Gray, your band is like, we're coming to Canada!
Oh, no.
Yes, they've booked you something, but it's again farther east, which is kind of convenient because Lake Huron's over there. It's not in Banff at all. So if y'all are interested in the actual thing that opened the portal over there, you would have to go east from where you are anyway. They, however, have found a gig in Windsor, and they're excited about it. It's just across from Detroit. They're excited.
Okay. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, no problems at all.
Walking around with motley crew and a broadsword and a cup that maybe has a curse inside of it and a 6-inch man. It's all fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fine.
Yep. Iris, you have an email from your father. He's very displeased that you did not come home on the flight. He is not as bubbly as your mother, nor as invasive as your mother, but you can tell he's kind of cranky because he's like, you have responsibilities. 3 spaces, period. Come home. 3 spaces, period. No signature.
Couldn't even give me the business signature. That is just mean. He deleted it on purpose just to get me angry.
He did.
And she's like saying this from the bathroom where she's showering the red dye off. It's just so rude.
He'll knock on the wall and go, "It's okay, everything's gonna be fine, ma'am." Absently looking at his phone.
Do I
That's
need to
just-
get...
How
Junie.
does someone get this much dye in a bucket in that short amount of time?
I'm taking it. I'm giving her the grand special for food. I think she needs to eat. She's a little hangry.
You can definitively get as much food as you can carry and Mac can carry because Mac decided he was going for food as well. You did before all this happened.
Yeah.
If you want to get even more food, you can grab person at the desk and just order all the room service if you want to. Both you, Iris, and Anil could afford it.
Chose a skull. I'll take this side of the menu, that side of the menu, and if there are any other sides of the menu, Mac, I can't see. Just order everything.
Okay.
Well,
I feel like I've just been passed now.
No. Just think of it this way: if we can't all eat it, we give it to the red cap. This will be fine.
It's true.
Yeah, all right. I'm bored with that plan.
Okay. Just help me carry up things because I can't see it.
That's why I'm here. I have not forgotten that you're blind. It's okay.
I appreciate that, and I thank you greatly.
Madden will have stayed in the room with Anil and Gray largely because I think he'll think he was in the way with the food.
Go on.
So Anil is gonna like ask Gray to see the broadsword again, and just like hold it up to Madden and just be like, "Do you know what the deal with this thing is?"
He goes, "No. I mean, I've seen a lot of blessed, cursed, magic swords. Looks like one of those."
Yes, it is. I don't know. Gray said we should follow this sword. Anything? Ringing any bells?
He goes, "I have my own cursed thing going on."
Yeah, but aren't you supposed to be helping us? This could matter.
He goes, "All right, let me consult my crystal ball." And he goes like this, and he's like, "Oh wait, I don't have one."
I flick him.
He goes catapult. He's like, "That's just rude."
You were being rude. It's called consequences.
He's like, "You're a knocker."
What's your aunt?
They start on rude. I'm just communicating in the same language.
Clearly not.
It's like, look, just because I'm a small magic dude does not mean who knows something about Queen Laurel does not mean I know everything about everything. I really don't. I don't have soothsay. I don't have metamorphosis. I can do this. And he casts Trick of the Light, and he twinkles off, and he's like, "Is that fun? Does it do it for you?"
I mean, that was enjoyable. Yeah.
He's like, "I do have some cool powers. I do try not to use the sovereign shit unless I have to, because it just tends to piss the other Kithane off, and I have enough problems. But,
I mean, you seem important enough to know the prince. It was worth asking you. I figured if anyone in this group knew, it would be you."
He goes, "Well, if you have a cursed cup, a cursed sword, I'm just going to go ahead and say that you have been cursed with destiny. Congratulations. It's not fun."
Balls.
Is there a vaccine for that?
I mean, yes, it's unimportance, but somebody has declared you important now, so don't know what to do about that for you.
It's funny because we were choosing because we're unimportant.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. When anytime somebody goes, "You're unimportant, let me have you," you become important. It's just, I know what this is like. Remember, I was the squire. I wasn't a knight. I didn't become a knight till I came back from the dreaming, and that was largely so that I could not be impacted by everybody and their cousins casting, which is weird. Yeah. Because the whole Fae thing, you have to be a certain amount of magical to make me. Yep. It's I get to see cool shit, though, some of the time. I mean, Laurel's not mean. She's never mean. She's just Laurel. Which I realize.
In order, she sent an assassin.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but, honestly, if. I don't know what her game is. She used to be really awesome, and now she's just kind of afraid all the time. It's hard.
Turns out being a monarch makes you paranoid.
I mean, I genuinely don't think it's her throne she's afraid for.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Turns out being a monarch makes you a target.
Yeah.
Same fucking difference.
Ugh. That whole nonsense with the Autumn Rebel stuff, this is just like, if they just waited half a second, it'd be fine. But no, we have to challenge shit because that'll help. I mean, loyalist, but also imprisoned loyalist, so it's a weird relationship I have.
Kind of Stockholmy.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, I was loyal to Mahone. And that's his mom. So. Yeah.
I've liked plenty of people and hated their mom's shit. Like, one of my ex-girlfriends, I ended up pissing on her mom's grave after we broke up. No disrespect to her mom. No disrespect to my ex. She was awesome. But I ended up pissing on her mom's grave.
I'm gonna step out and look for the crows.
Okay. Do that same perception alertness check again. Okay.
But I also perceive, I think I've been outside for a bit, especially after that dream. I kind of just wandered out, I just kind of stood there for a while before doing the, like, T-posing come at me, bro, for anyone looking.
Okay. You don't see any crows here. You have enough successes to have seen them, though, if they were here. So, you are certain there are no crows.
Okay. I'm gonna
That's
finish the
fine
cup
for
of
me.
coffee and quiet.
Again, you are equally certain there are no crows. There are also no wolf prints, like, outside the room either, so there's no, like, physical wolf there.
Spoopy.
Iris is gonna come back wearing a fresh towel and fresh bathrobe, and she's gonna knock.
Okay.
You can come in. It's not trapped.
That's exactly what somebody who would have trapped it would have said.
Gray opens the door.
Thank you. Cormac,
Yes, ma'am.
can you type a slightly professional response to this? And she holds her phone out with the email from her dad over to Corey, and she's just like, I can't.
You can't what?
This is the email that just says you have responsibilities. Come home.
Yep, that email.
Tell her she has responsibilities.
Hey, you guys
You're
remember
missing the point.
how...
What's that?
You guys remember how sometimes Gray just suddenly freezes and then says something in a trance?
What do we got?
What's the super professional response we're sending to my dad?
We'll get to that.
The golden goose is to be trampled.
That's perfect to respond to her father with. I approve this message.
Does that make me Veruca?
No, because Veruca followed the golden goose down the chute.
I think it's a loose metaphor, guys.
Very much so.
Okay.
I mean, who knows these days? There is a literal broadsword.
Oh god, we have... What broadsword? I wasn't there for that.
Madden goes, oh, they have some sort of cursed, blessed sword thing.
I'm sorry, what?
It's fine.
I said a broadsword will guarantee us safe passage. And then we found a broadsword. So I took it.
Whose broadsword?
Oh, the
mean lady.
Oh, the general person?
Yep.
Well, you know, when you've taken their broadsword, that does mean they surrendered. In theory.
Well, it's mine now.
But guess what? That will be a key to get us through what we need to get through.
Yeah, speaking of, does anyone, like, know how to use a broadsword? Does anyone want to, like, hold this? Or, like...
Sure, I've never held a
I'll
sword
try
before.
it.
Give it to me.
No, you're blind.
No
No
I can't hold a
offense.
sword.
Well, yeah, but I specifically said, does anyone have any practice with this?
Yes, but I wouldn't mind holding it.
if it's like fencing. Is it
I mean,
like
Quite
fencing
different.
or
Quite
firearm?
different.
I am
Wait.
the best at chopping shit.
Wait a minute, fencing. How much can we get for it?
No, like
No.
like fencing.
Oh, the other fencing. Sorry.
But not the building fences, other fencing.
Well, there's three forms of fencing then: the
Yeah.
physical, building a fence, and stealing and hacking it for money.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not talking about like buying and selling. I'm talking like
The sport.
Yeah, the sport. The one I could be terrible at, or actually pretty good at. We don't know yet.
All right, I gently give Annunciata the sword and then back away. And just be like, you wanted to hold it. You can hold it for a second.
Just holding it, trying to feel it, not going against the thing, but
It's a very well made broadsword. It's not particularly fancy though. It doesn't have any like intricate engraving on it. It's a sword. It's well balanced though.
it's nicely made. Ooh. And well weighted.
I mean, didn't we yoink that off something important?
Yes, you yoinked it out of somebody very important. Well. Oh, I did mention I'm from the House Dougal, did I not?
A couple of times, yeah.
You know what House Dougal is for, right?
Nope.
Craftsmanship, hard workers, and it is run by a lot of knockers.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll gently go like that back to, and
and Iris is gonna make sure that Annunciata is like centered.
she's balanced it. It's perfectly balanced on her hands.
All right.
She has.
So O'Neill will grab it and just be like,
That's like
make some
craftsmanship.
kebabs, Lakoka.
I'll take it. Can I use my like grammar or prop or something to try and figure out what it does
Sure, absolutely.
beyond just chopping shit?
So, if you're going to use something to figure it out, I would go for intelligence in your gray mare, or yeah, that's probably the best.
Okay, fair.
What's the
That's
DC?
5.
Okay, and the DC on that is again an 8.
Okay, I've got at least 2 10s. The other 3 I'm not really sure because I'm using my vampire die.
Okay, so 4 successes at minimum.
Okay.
The sword is in other language attuned to a particular person at this point. It's their sword.
I am discerning its enchantment by licking it, just so you're all aware.
Yep. And
She licked it. It's hers.
it is also fraying. The enchantment is fraying at the edges. It's like something is eating into it. Or like the enchantment is eating out. It's really hard to tell because it's through the fray.
Great.
The enchantment is fraying. Something's eating it, and it's not me. Still a solid chopper, though.
It's, again, it's not fancy, but it will fuck you up.
Yeah, it sounds like a big bucket of not our problem, which I appreciate.
You all get a news alert. And it says, and it's the strangest news alert. It says Golden Goose, born in Canada.
Oh.
Oh,
Fun.
it's like a gold rush. Trampled people. That's where that train of thought ends. Someone help.
If you look at the news article, Mac, you will notice that this is the same farm that you're picking up the beans from.
Ow.
Oh,
Big old
shit.
coincidence.
What's wrong?
All right,
They call dibs on the goose.
We're going on an adventure.
let's go get a goose.
Well, first we gotta trample it before you can eat it.
I don't want to eat it. Might do
Huh.
cool shit.
Well, everybody
Well, said it
roll
needed to
me
be. Gray needed to be trampled.
intelligence or wits and lore, please. This is a very basic check. It is.
Is our lore Greymare or oh no, never mind. Lore
There's
is its
a
own
lore.
thing in here.
Difficulty 5.
I can't. I don't see lore on my character sheet.
Should
said
be
5, right?
Linguistics.
Yeah.
Under what?
Linguistics.
Knowledges.
Spectre, did you say 5?
That's 2 successes for me.
Yeah,
I got 4.
neither of those are on here.
It's okay. Enough people here should be able to figure this out. This is not a difficult check. Somebody is messing around with the story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Beans.
Golden goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fucking beanstalk on your background. God damn it!
If we take the beans and the golden goose, will the giant come after it?
If he does, we cut down the vine thing with the broadsword.
Oh, you let him come down. I can take a giant.
You want to take a giant?
You do that, I'll run the other way, and we're all square.
Solid.
Why fight fair when we can fight smart?
There
Or dirty.
is no notification of any giant person wandering around, so the giant is clearly not a physical object in the mortal world, if there is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, had the same thought. All right, well, everybody grab a muffin. We're hitting the car, and we're heading back to that farm.
There's a farm.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've told nobody about this farm.
What farm?
Oh, did I miss that part? Did I leave?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the goose. That sounds important and portentous.
Yeah, but why do you know?
What do you know about a farm?
It's in the news report.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to insight him?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Do some either empathy and perception, or empathy and perception. And if you want to resist that, Mac, I will go for
Can I do
wits
it
and subterfuge. Pardon?
Investigation.
Sure, that's fine too. And difficulty on this is 6 across the board.
3 successes on perceiving Cormac. He's right
2
there.
10s and an 8.
I'm not even going to resist.
Okay, he definitively knows about this from something other than this news report. Yep, he's not resisting. Y'all know he is hiding shit from you.
Anybody else want more coffee? I'm going to get some more coffee before we hit the road.
No,
No.
Yes.
if I'm driving, I'm gonna need another cup.
Oh, it's a long drive. We should get a couple cups.
Why don't we just take them?
Maddie's
Danielle,
like-
you're muted.
Man's like, see, I think I'm shady because I can't tell people shit. You're just bad at being shady. Like, it's obvious. It radiates off you. And I'm only 6 inches tall, like, so it's, like, really loud.
Well, that's kind of rude. I wasn't trying.
Clearly.
I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about.
He goes, your bodyguard, or whatever he is, your boyfriend, he is clearly hiding something.
Back that one
Don't
up.
hide anything from me.
Oh, this is beautiful.
What?
Really? I'm blind. I can see right through his lie.
Mac already knew about the farm before this was posted.
Okay. Let's move right along past this and go
Like,
there.
oh, so this is a thing I can do, and y'all just, like, freak out like this because it's hilarious.
Apparently,
have a
little
poop-
man.
Y'all should have a puka. That would be hilarious. Although my last hilarious trip made me 6 inches tall, so probably shouldn't
Yeah.
say anything.
But no, like, if
You kind of earned it.
Core has a life outside of helping me with things.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
know. But he still also knows about the farm, which is moderately important.
I mean, I got to pick something up there. I know someone who works there.
What do you have to pick up?
It's personal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I still don't see how this is important at all.
No.
Gray's willing to let it go because, like, people have their own shit, but Mac's on notice as far as Gray is concerned.
At least somebody around here is friendly.
Well, look, I like you. I just know you're lying. It's all.
I didn't say I disliked you, therefore you're... I just said I did not like you, so there you are.
Yeah. We're all new acquaintances. We're all getting to know each other, getting used to each other, and all that stuff. So,
We're all feeling a
now.
little paranoid.
personal boundaries, yeah. And anybody else want coffee? Because I'm going to do what I said I was going to do.
I
Set the
still
room.
want
Can
like
you go
a
get
thimble.
coffee while I go? Sorry.
I got you, little man.
Can you go get coffee? I'm gonna go put on like actual clothes now, so I'm no longer in a.
Spectre, would this place have a sort of like coffee maker?
Yeah,
Like those cappuccino machines or something?
it will have one of those cheap ass coffee makers in the room. It will not make cappuccino. It will make coffee.
I will take it.
Cool. Also, about this time, all the food arrives.
Get a box.
It appears that one of everything has been ordered from the menu.
Yep.
Also, I should point out that there has been a bulletin put out for a stolen car that y'all are currently driving.
Uh-oh.
I mean, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Mhm.
So by majority rule, we own this car now.
Sure.
That APV is irrelevant.
Should we rent a new car?
I don't think the cops will see it like that.
I mean, renting a new car is a practical choice.
You could rent.
How long would it take you to eat the car?
How long would it take me to eat the car?
You physically could eat the car. I would have you roll a stamina and, I don't know, something. I might just have you roll your stamina to figure out how many, like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like stamina and computer stamina and etiquette. Be kind while eating the car.
And I'm also going to have you roll, and have you spend a point of glamour, because there are things in the car that will poison you while you eat it. So, you know.
Okay. So that's 3 regular successes and a 10.
Cool. It'll take Lakoka about an hour and a half to eat the car.
It's probably how long it's gonna take for me to get a rental.
Go get the rental.
I do recommend not eating the car in the parking lot. That is very obvious.
Yeah, no, of course. We're not gonna eat it there. We're gonna, like, go to a fucking alley somewhere.
Just drive it into the woods, eat it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all are going to have to pick up Lakoka from wherever she's driven the car to eat it. But, Lakoka, you do eat the entire car. It's not delicious, but it is edible. The gasoline and all of that's probably the most interesting part. It does make your breath kind of toxic for a while. You know, the tongue definitively helps get the parts down. Your jaw also kind of unhinges a bit while it's happening. It's impressive. Anybody who goes with Lakoka will be somewhat horrified and impressed in the same breath. I'm also assuming you have a cell phone to tell them where you are.
Yeah.
Iris, it's not hard, and Annunciata, it's not hard to rent a car. You can rent a car rent a car with, all the bells and whistles.
I want all the bells and whistles. I would like the one with like the little monitors on the back seat so everyone can watch a movie while we're driving.
Get a minivan.
I was about to say we're getting a minivan.
We're getting a
Get a mom
minivan with
van.
a sliding door and everything.
So now we have a minivan. Y'all are very like soccer mom at this point, but it is comfortable. That is the thing about minivans.
It needs to be tall enough for my hair. It's why I normally drive convertibles.
Y'all pick up La Coca, but there is no trace of the car, and y'all.
I don't want to know.
Madden's like, have y'all never seen red caps eat shit? Like, because I once saw a red cap just bite a troll's arm off. Just whole.
I hadn't heard about that, and now I'm upset.
I mean, it is, like, have you ever, well, I suppose we haven't had a lot of Fey Wars, but if you, like, remember anything about the dreaming beforehand, yeah, that's a thing that happens a lot. Of course, like, trolls versus redcaps is, like, a long-standing thing because trolls are really indestructible and redcaps are really bitey, so, they tend to like to test their strength out on each other.
I do know that.
It's a thing. The Clericons try, but they're never going to be a troll and a red cap in a fight, and they always end up betting on it rather than fighting in it, so, And a she in a fight and all of that is just not fair because they tend to walk in and be like, nah, I don't feel like it. So,
Wrong.
pisses off the trolls and the red caps. We try not to because it pisses off the trolls and the red caps and they try to bite us. Sorry. I've seen a couple fights, remember a couple of wars. We're not really good at this whole staying calm with each other thing, but, when you're immortal and you can cause shit, you tend to.
Did everyone use the bathroom? Everyone got their breakfasts with their to-go cups?
I want everybody, particularly Enunciacata, I want you to roll a stamina and it's a thing I want to put with this and dodge. Let's go with dodge.
Chrysler or Neon?
Your senses are heightened, and being near La Coca and this current thing they have eaten.
Oh, so I don't have total stamina.
It's very potent.
I'm all good. I got 4.
Cool.
What's
How many
the
is that, Michelle?
what's the success?
7.
I thought you were gonna make it an 8. That's why I only held out 1 at first.
Sweet. Honestly, Iris, it's the worst for you. You can it's drifting up to the front of the car. It's all you can smell. It smells like burning rubber and gasoline.
Go into the glove compartment, pull out one of those little air fresheners and remove the plastic and put it up on the mirror.
The rest of you can smell it, but it's not overwhelming for you. It's just really foul smelling. This thing happens.
I hope you
that
don't
new
mind
cologne kind of suits you.
I call it heavy metal.
I hope you don't mind pine up front. Who's sitting passenger?
Enunciacata.
Yes. That means you will be on radio duty, and I think there's they can play movies back there. Someone, okay.
He'll just bring Madison forward so he could push the buttons.
Madden's like, so movies. It's really cliche if I pick things like The Princess Bride, right?
It's still a good movie.
Why not? I like listening to it.
Cool. It's like, Princess Bride it is! And he starts mashing buttons with his, whole body.
Is it really that easy? You can just find a movie and watch it in a van?
Yes, because they have Wi-Fi these days.
Same reason why you can watch movies from an aeroplane.
Yeah.
Anil.
Annunciacata, would you like me to put on the audio for the Heart of Vision?
That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, attention everyone. Welcome to... I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to be like the people on the planes.
So, as you drive towards this farm, the movie blaring, the sense of freedom to some extent for being even farther away and running towards at least an understandable story. The eyes of the wolf appear again and stand in the middle of the road. There is a great white wolf, and it grins, and blood drips from its teeth, and it vanishes. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. So, thank you everyone for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to go around again and let everybody have another opportunity to introduce themselves and their projects. And then we will see you next week on Friday. So, MJ, once more with feeling.
Again, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. You can follow me on Twitter at iHoardLibraries. I'm also at ReignitePod, at COF Podcast, and at Not That Robcast.
Awesome. And Rhea.
So I'm Rhea Jasmine. You can find me on Twitter at explosive_donuts or Instagram at Rhea_Jasmine, like the princess, but without an E. Or on the weekends, you can find me in my backyard building rock walls with my bare hands.
Awesome. And Velvet.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us this long. I'm Velvet. You can find me elsewhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, as well as the Stories of a Broken Sun and Flight Risk podcasts, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Onyx Pass channel for Boston by Night.
Fantastic. Michelle. Sorry, Michelle.
Hi. I'm Michelle C. Light. The C stands for Crystal, and you can find me on Twitter at Michelle C. Light. I also have a website, michelleclight.com. I do stuff sometimes, and I have some stuff that I'm waiting to actually be able to talk about. So that's something you can look forward to. Every Saturday on the Onyx Path Twitch channel, I run Boston by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade V5 Chronicle, and I do stuff.
Awesome. Junie.
Hi, I'm Gina Von Esch. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch at Gina Von Esch. I'm also the storyteller of Vampire Last Breath over on the RPG channel.
Awesome. And Evan.
I'm Evan Ivy, 28 years old, and I prefer the mountains over the beach.
You like to eat pina coladas then?
No, I'm not a coconut man. I much prefer bourbon.
And I, of course, am Spectre. You can find me online at Spectre Lafette on Instagram and Twitter, and you can find our Twitter for the show at Arc of the Dragon, and we have a YouTube that Archives of the Dragon, and in the chat somewhere you can join our Discord and join in all the craziness too. So we look forward to seeing you all next week and seeing you in the Discord. And if you liked what you saw today, hop in the Discord and vote for your favorite character scene so they can get an extra XP point. It's great to see you all. We'll see you next week. Bye.